My name is George Njuguna.
And I'm Catherine Jerry.
Nice. That is a fast way of getting into the groove. Jerry is sharing her story, and we are just going back the memory lane about our childhood and how we grew up. And you can let us know on our WhatsApp number, that is +254 753 903 373. +254 753 903 373. Any one more childhood you can tell us?
When you went home ashy, we went home
Black.
I think black, in the exact opposite. We used to love this game where we would go on the inside of a tractor tire. And then we'd put just a little bit of water to allow it to, to just roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Where we used to stay, there was a long hill. And at the bottom of the hill, there was a river. Please note, sometimes the river did not have very clean water.
Yeah.
But hey, that's not where we are going with this story.
Yeah.
But now, it was so much fun to be on the inside of that tire. But we were small, so it would need several of us.
Who would put you inside there, first of all?
Well, we are creative children here, so we arrange ourselves. Yes.
The oldest is the last to go in, or the first?
No, you need others on the outside to stop the tire, to steer it, to move it to the side.
Yeah, so it stands going inside.
Yes. So you're like 3 or 4 on the inside of the tire, and it's being pushed. And you're elated, you're screaming at the top of your lungs. You're so happy, the adrenaline. You're just rolling down, and now it gets to a point, and you start feeling a bit dizzy. And you're screaming for them to stop, and they're thinking, we can't stop it here because now it has gained momentum. Gravity is doing its thing, and we are just rolling. And there are so many times we got in trouble because the tire went out of control and hit maybe a house, someone who was walking on the road. But the patches, black here, black there, and clothes. Let me tell you, that thing on the inside of a tire does not get off clothes. Please stay away from it.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. But it was so much fun. So much fun. It earned us some serious beatings, but tutadil nayo kesho. We'll deal with the repercussions tomorrow.
And I think even our parents got tired at some point of...
It depends who your parents were. Hey, there are some that had the stamina. Yes.
That's nice. School, was it as fun as at home?
Well, I think it was. My very first school was called Mbio Mbio.
Mbio Mbio?
Yes.
Faster.
Faster. That was the name of the school, Mbio Mbio Nursery School. And that's why I started school. I started school very early. And I think at about 2.5, 3, I was already going to school. And then we moved from Gatina to a place called Satellite in Riruta.
Yes.
And so I moved to another nursery school yet again that was called Kyungu. Meaning like a pot.
Oh, yes.
Like a chungu, but Kyungu Nursery School.
Yeah.
And then after that, I moved to now the school that I did call it 9 years of school.
Okay.
Dorarua Primary School. Yes.
Dorarua means, is it a hook? I think so.
Very many people have different interpretations of the name. But yes, it's right at... Kawangware as well, but the side of Riruta. So that's where I did my pre-unit all the way to class 8, and I'm so grateful to God I did well, and I passed, and I went to State House Girls. Yes, I'm a statarian. Stato, as they mostly call us.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was it let's talk about primary first before we jump into the secondary.
Well, primary was fun. It was fun. We had very good teachers. I really am so grateful for my teachers. They took it personally to ensure that we passed. It was their personal mission in life to ensure that we did well. And we did well.
Yeah.
I remember we were a group of about 6 or 7 of us who are always rotating. Who is going to be top? If you're top this time, we make sure that the next time you're not at the top. Yes. I will not mention them by names, but we had one gentleman who was surrounded by ladies, and he kept us on our toes, and we did well. We all passed.
I hope he went to a good school.
Yes, he did. He went to Dagoretti High School. Yes.
Nice.
At that time, it was
the Dagoretti.
The Dagoretti.
It is still today, I think.
Yes, ditches.
Yeah.
Yes, he went to Dagoretti. A few of us, we amongst us, we had one who traveled to Norway. We had one in Pangani. Yeah, we went to good schools. We did go to good schools.
Nice.
So we are grateful for the effort that Mr. Osongo, Mr. Ngaroya, and the rest instilled in us. Mr. Minor, Miss Wanjao. They were really strict, and they kept us on the short and narrow. And we are grateful. I am grateful that they were stern
and strict on it.
Yeah.
High school, State House
Girls. Where now I've grown up in the ghetto.
Yeah.
And then now I've come to State House Girls, and it was very different. Very different. Because
from day one.
Because now you've come from a very humble background, and then you've come and you found yourself in a room maybe of 8 with a minister's child.
Yeah.
From day one, it was evident where the line is drawn. Yes. So some interesting stories about high school as well.
Go on. So, we are not mentioning names.
No, we will not mention names. But I remember that there were families that would come, like for visiting day, is when now you'd realize where you fall in this lanes, cadre. Yes. There are lanes and then there are lanes. Yes.
There was a highway.
Yeah.
There are lanes and then there was the highway.
My friend, there was a path even. So I remember there was a time my mom came to visit me, and we would just pick a spot under a tree, tell stories and laugh. She's come with some goodies for me, and I'm excited. You haven't eaten home food in a long time.
Yeah.
And then our school used to allow some form of grab. So you should bring some biscuits, some juice. Yeah. And you're excited. You're thinking, oh, thank you. We replenish what has been depleted.
You guys were very lucky. Let me put a disclaimer here.
Yes.
Some of us, we
went to
school. There was opening day and closing day. Anything in between here? For men, no.
So it was good. So you'd be seated under a tree somewhere on a lesso, having a great time, having great conversation and laughing, and then a family would arrive. Notice I didn't say they would come; they would arrive.
Yeah, meaning it wasn't one.
Yes. Yeah. They would arrive with a motorcade, and they would offload the car, and you're thinking, okay, wait.
That's one food for one person.
Are we having a party? Is there a meeting happening that we didn't know about?
Is it for the whole school or not?
Yes, they would have seats. They would come with plastic chairs or camping chairs. They would come with mats, lay them on the ground. They would come with a foldable table. They would come with a tent, to stay away from the sunshine. And then they would lay the table.
Enough trees there.
And then they would lay the tables. And you would think, wait, you realize we'll have supper cooked at school later, that there will be food. You don't need to overdo this. But yeah. And then later on, because most of it would be left at school. The parents would not carry anything. They would come with pizzas, chicken, fries, all sorts of things. And then at the end of the visiting day, whatever is left, the person is told, take this and share with your friends. So some of us who had come from, you've eaten rice for your visiting day and you enjoyed it. It was good rice. But now you have an opportunity to indulge in pizza and chicken and Wimpy's burgers, and you're thinking, you cannot pass
This
on
cannot
this.
go.
It cannot pass
And I'm
you
sure
by.
you're just very few of you.
We want too many, and so even those that had enough knew, they would call you over to share either during the visiting day or after.
Yeah.
And though there was one time, there was a girl who had lots of pizza left behind, and we indulged. Boy, did we get sick. We got so sick. You see, it's something you're not used to.
Yeah.
Even your system is in
It's
shock.
never used to.
Yeah, you're in shock and you're thinking, this thing is sweet, but the stomach is telling me a different story. And we got stomach aches. And so during that first week after visiting, there was always a line at the nurse's station because of indigestion,
Yeah.
stomach issues, because you ever ate things you're not used to eating.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
that was quite interesting.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about that, I think I can also confess some of my sins. So it wasn't really about visiting. I don't think boys care so much about that, especially in high school. So we used to. There's a food that is very common in Western region. They call it mahalange.
Mahalange.
Yes. So mahalange is basically food made out of. Is it really food? I don't know, but it's food. It's edible.
Is that the criteria? The fact that it is edible.
Yeah, it is edible. The local brew is made out of it.
Oh no.
They call it busa. But now before it ferments, it's now mahalange. And so for you to survive in school, that was the best thing to have.
Okay.
My dear mother is not from that region, so she doesn't know how to make it. So I'll definitely get it from my friends.
Okay.
And so when things are thick, during break times, people get tea. So in that tea, we pour the mahalange in it, put some sugar in it. That is sufficient. A very good sufficient.
But wait,
meal.
I thought. So is it solid?
It's solid.
So once you put it in tea, does that become
It
porridge?
just makes it soft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can become porridge, but it won't.
Cerelac kind of thing.
It's kind of Cerelac.
Village Cerelac.
Yes, that is our village Cerelac.
Okay.
Yeah, I am going to enjoy it. Yeah, I'm going to look for it when I go down there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Busa, you're going to look.
not busa.
Okay.
Yeah, the mahalange. That's what I'm going for.
Before it ferments.
Before it ferments.
Okay.
And that's like 3 or 4 days. After it's been cooked, you leave it for 3 or 4 days in some water so that it now ferments.
Okay.
And then you get busa and you get changa out of it.
Okay. So it's already cooked.
Yes, it is. It's the remains of ugali.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the remains of ugali. So you kind of fry it, you separate it, leave it to dry in the sun. And then once it's dried, now you cook it again.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
back to you.
interesting.
It is. And it was a very good meal. So when people are broke and you had mahalange, you are a very rich don in that school.
Oh, you would sell it?
Yes. A lot of money.
Oh. So you don't you don't starve with money in your pocket.
You don't.
You get mahalange.
People used to bring even a gunia of like 10 kilos of that thing.
How do you even sneak it in? Because I'm sure
You
it was.
you can get it in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can get it in. As long as it doesn't ferment. But how will the teachers know? Anyway.
That it has fermented or
Yes,
not.
yes.
Gray areas.
Yes. The gray areas in our lives. Yeah.
Okay.
So how was it now with that change of school?
Well,
adopting to it?
I think it can throw you off beat just a bit. Yeah. Because sometimes, especially going through adolescence, puberty, you're thinking like, I also need to fit in. I also need to look the part, feel the part. And sometimes without having that ability, it can be difficult. But having... I think my first experience with God, is it okay to talk about God on this show?
Yes, that is what we talk about on this show.
All right.
Yeah.
Just making it clear, because I am a born again Christian and God is my everything. Yeah, so having a place to go to like Christian Union. At Christian Union, there were no levels of or what you have. We were there to seek God and find God. So that was an amazing experience.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that sort of gave you some sort of landing place, you know.
Yeah.
The firm foundation that we talk about
Yes.
in Christ, that was that foundation that you can always go back to. And everything seems and is okay. Yeah. So
That's nice.
I had CU, I had sports.
Which game were you playing?
I played a bit of basketball. Yeah.
You're very tall.
I knew you were going to go there, George. I knew you were going to go there. Yes, with my 5 feet 2 inches self. And I wasn't that tall then. Of course, I grew a few inches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played a bit of basketball as a center. For those who know what where a center plays, because I couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
We had taller people than
Yeah.
me. So then I realized that basketball was not it. I needed to put my energy somewhere else. So I joined hockey.
Ah, nice. Give me a high
Yes.
five. Good.
I played hockey. Yes. So hockey, I played defense, I played center, and I played wing, right wing. Yes. 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 But my best place was defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
So
I
that was good. Then I was also in St. John Ambulance. I was a first aider. So
Trips zilikuwa za
basketball wanaenda, and they didn't invite me in the team, but I am your first aider. I am going with you. So so that allowed me at least to get out of school. Yeah, and meet boys. Of course, it was part of
growing
school
up.
life.
Yeah.
Yes, it was important when mail comes, and we had serious mail ceremony over lunch and dinner. Yes, so when mail comes that your name is mentioned, at least you fall into you get one letter, 1 or 2. So it was important.
Did you guys also used to read letters to the rest of the class?
If it was very juicy, yes.
Define juicy.
Yes, define juicy.
Yeah.
Like you would find, for instance, you have one person who's written 3 letters to 3 classmates. Now those ones would be read in class. Just to compare notes to see, okay, you wrote this to me, you wrote this to me, and you wrote this. So 3 people, more or less the same letter. And then also just to compare writing pads. Did you guys used to have those writing pads with flowers, with a message?
I never got a love letter in school, so.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't have the time to write one.
You were busy reading your books.
But I saw people with them.
Oh, it was an important part of school. So one of the things that you needed to have as you went back to school was a writing pad. There was for us girls, you'd pick the pink one with some flowers on the borders. Very good. So that
nowadays printing people are at a loss.
Oh, they made good money with us.
I'm looking at the producer who is sitting right across us. She doesn't think she's not even.
She's wondering what we're talking about. Writing pad and writing
from
letters.
The 50s or the 60s?
Right about there. And so that that was exciting, and that also guaranteed that during exam season you would get a success card. Especially those were read even sometimes in parade or when we're having very good meals. We used to have a big meal in State House Girls.
Yeah.
That was rice with beef stew and cabbage, and sometimes it would be accompanied by an avocado. Beautiful.
The school provided for you avocado?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I went to
You-
State House Girls.
Yeah.
You forget.
Next to...
Yes.
I hear you guys used to eat chicken.
Yes, we did.
President Mo used to give you chicken.
Yes.
And it's interesting, right across us is where one of his residents was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were fortunate that a function in State House would spill over to us. So there would be a function in the State House, and then some of those
State House functions are happening here.
yes, they would spill over to us, and you'd find that maybe it's because some of the people attending their children are in State House. So it'd be like, yeah, we could send something, and on that day you eat very well. You eat very well. You eat chicken. Yeah.
You're the only school in this country
That
I
did what?
think that ate chicken in school.
No. Okay, public school, you mean?
Yes.
Yes. We had some others, like in St. George's.
Oh yeah, because they're neighbors there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, they didn't benefit like we did. But anyone from St. G, I mean peace. Yeah, but there are some times that some of those functions would spill over and there would be some
Go even
benefits. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, how many schools, public schools, are next to State House? It's State House Girls and St. George's. Is there any other? No.
High school, nowadays there was a boys' high school right next, but at that time it was really small. I'm trying to remember its name, but yeah, it's right next to, like in between State House Girls and University of Nairobi. There's a high school.
Oh,
there.
yes. The one
Yes.
that is in the primary school.
Next to Nairobi Primary.
Yes. It's
Primary school.
basically like inside,
Yes.
inside the school, yeah.
There
That's
was that
interesting.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course there was State House Girl, State House Primary, the one right next to Arboretum.
Yeah.
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 So
Very few schools across
yeah.
which were really privileged
Mm.
to see the who is who. And let's take another short break. When we come back, you mentioned about the men, so that's what we want to talk about.
Are you sure?
Yes, that is the meat of our discussion today. So
All right.
that's what we are going to get into. So if you have any question or comment, hit us up on our WhatsApp number, that is +254 753 903 373. +254 753 903 373. When we come back, we move to the next discussion, which is the second hour.